All right, so this is actually a really lovely reading. It's not as challenging as many of them that have been popping up, and so I'm really happy about that for you. But it's also a little bit of, you want change to happen, but it's not happening as quick as you would like it. So starting off with the Ten of Cups in the very top right there, and I was very excited to see that. So I feel like you really are going to be starting off April in a very good, secure situation and feel really positive about your love and relationship status and where it possibly could go. Like you don't have a worry. You don't have a worry about it. The only issue that you really foresee, and the only issue I really foresee right now, is that you have to finish some work. You have to finish some situations before you actually focus on the love and relationships, building those in your life. So I feel like you actually have some outstanding projects that need to be finished before you get to go on some dates. And so you can do both though, Capricorn. That's the thing here, is you don't have to create like a self-made jail of work for yourself. You can actually, have a door in that work cell and get out every once in a while. And so I think you're having some issues juggling that situation, juggling like the work relationship balance. And so it's like you want to push forward with your job, but at the same time you're kind of lonely. And so it's like you've been reminiscing a little too much about the past and about past people coming in and revisiting you, when in actuality it's you have to be looking for someone outside of your past. Now the reason why I feel like this is going to be kind of an ongoing issue through April of the past person is a Page of Cups showing up in reverse. So I feel like you're going to get a message from an ex like the second week of April or so, saying, hey, how are you? How are things? I've really missed you. I've really been thinking a lot about you. And when you were in the relationship, it was fine, and you probably connected with them at a very high level, but you're a different person now, and so are they. And so you have to really consider, why are they coming back into your life? What is it that they're looking for? Because I don't feel like it is a relationship that will benefit you in the future. It's just kind of a reminiscing, like pulling you back into the past instead of pushing you to where you need to go. So if you let go of this past person who kind of comes out of the blue and says, hey, how are you? You have the capacity and the possibility of the Queen of Staves, which is a fire sign. So that's going to be Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, a man or woman who is just on fire and awesome and sexy and interesting, coming into your world and rocking your world. All right. So the situation though with this Queen of Staves is like it's surrounded by the Emperor and the Empress in reverse. And so it's like this person is in a good space, but I think it's going to be a difficult process actually dating them, actually going out with them, actually having some kind of substantial situation with them. And this is going to happen closer to the end of the month. And it could actually be that in one aspect, they live somewhere else. The Emperor in reverse, they live somewhere else. And so they're very far away. And the other one is that maybe that they are tied to somebody else, and that, or they have children, young children. And so that's kind of a worry to you. It's like, it's not a problem, but you're also like, what does that mean about their, the baby's daddy or the baby's mama? What role do they play in this Queen of Wands figure that comes out at the end of the month? So that she or he, it can be he or she, does have some baggage, has some things that she has to work through, but she's fine with it. She or he is fine with it. They're like, yeah, that's where I am. I'm proud of where I am. I love where I am. Do you want to come with me on this journey? So at the end of the month, it's really going to be up to you, Capricorn. Do you want to put in a little bit more effort and be with this person, even though like you've been kind of struggling with work, having to get some work done, trying to get things done? Now, since she's in the upright, she or he's in the upright, I really feel like they're worth it. Give them a chance. Give them a chance. Yes, they have some blocks. Yes, they have that. But I think that this is going to be, a really lovely relationship for you. And I'm going to actually pull one more card. My guide said no. Nope, wait until May for it. Sorry. I was getting antsy. I wanted to see more about this Queen of Staffs for you. But my guides were like, nope, gotta wait for the May reading. Okay, so bummer. All right, let's do a universal card, and we're gonna pull 2 for you. Okay, answered prayer. I really feel like the Queen of Staffs. That's who it is. An answered prayer. Somebody coming in. Lovely. Just what you've wanted for so long. Universal heart. And it is going to expand you. It's going to expand them to an infinite degree. This is, yeah, I am excited. I'm excited for you, Sagittarius. Capricorns. It's for the Capricorns. All right. So Capricorns, get out there. Don't look to your past, look to your future. Somebody's coming in beautiful. Yes, they have some things that they have to work on, but who doesn't, right? It's like everyone has something that they need to do. So just love up on them. They're going to love up on you, and let's see what happens in May. I'm excited. Okay, so on to the couples. So let's see what we've got here. We've got the 7 of Staffs. 7 of Staffs, and then the Knight of Staffs in reverse. Both of them are in the reverse. King of Swords reversed, and then the 3 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. The Tower reversed, the Fool, 6 of Swords, and then the 2 of Pentacles reversed. Now, with my readings, for the love readings, I'm picking cards in the amount that is true to your situation. So it may not be the same amount as, say, Capricorn singles or like Aquarius couples, but this is what you need for your sign, for your situation right now. This way I can really just go into it with just you and me, you know, instead of having, you know, a structure that doesn't fit for you that month. This speaks the truth to me. And oh boy, does it. So right in the middle, we have the Fool, which is one of my favorite cards. And it's, you know, one of 2 cards that's upright. So this is have faith. Capricorn couples, you got to have faith. Like no matter what happens, have faith. All right, because you are going to have some topsy-turvy times in April, but all of them have had some warning. All of them have kind of shown themselves to be what's going to happen and what is going to be true. And so you've had some time to prepare for it, whether it's mentally, physically. You've known, you know. And so with the 7 of Staffs too, it's, you know, the kind of like this energy of like growth, but at the same time you have to be very poignant about your path and thoughtful, because we also have people showing up in the reverse. We have the Knight of Staffs, and then we have the King of Swords. They're both in the reverse. And in your relationship, like if you could be dating either a fire sign or a sword sign, which is air. Sorry, I'm losing my words all of a sudden. But the Knight of Staffs, a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, is very fleeting. It's somebody who's in and out, so I don't really feel like it's actually your partner. I feel like it's actually like a cousin or a sister or brother, either of you or your partner. And they're coming in, they're coming in and they're coming out, they're coming in and they're coming out. They're kind of like disturbing your foundation, disturbing the relationship. Yeah, in some regards, I think they live with you and they are trying to get back on their feet. And that's causing some turmoil within your relationship. But they're just never solidly there. So it's like you get upset, but you can't get that upset because they're not always there. King of Swords energy, I feel like, is probably... You know, actually, it's one of your dads, okay? So it's either your dad or their dad or someone who is like a father to you or your partner. And it's air sign, so Aquarius, Pisces is water, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. But it's also the energy of being very cold, being very distant, being very cutthroat, doing and saying what needs to happen without caring who they're hurting along the way. And I feel like this is somebody, who is actually, like I said, is a father figure, but is putting some stress and strain on your relationship. And through this all, it's like keep coming back to the Fool, to the have faith. Have faith, Capricorn. Have faith that, it's working out and that it will work out and that love will provide. Now, these two situations with these people, with the Knight and with the King, so with somebody who's possibly living with you or in and out of your life, and this father figure, things are going to come to a head, all right? Things are going to come to a head with it. But you've known that that it needs to happen for a long time. All right. So once it does, once you finally say, hey, no more, this is not okay. This is not how we want to live our life. You're messing with the mojo of my lover. And no, that's not okay. That's when you can finally move forward. And even like moving forward is just part of it. You're going to have to plan too. So the Two of Pentacles in reverse is asking that, if somehow these people are tied to you financially or substantially in your life, in that you count on them for something, you need to plan before your time is up with the Tower in reverse. So it's like, that something's going to change. That, things need to shift. Start getting ready for it now instead of waiting for it to actually happen, because you have the knowledge, you have that intuition that something is up. So take heed with that and secure yourself and your partner so that when you guys actually talk to your loved ones who are causing some trouble, you're ready. Yeah, because that's what will cause the real rift, the real anxiety in your relationship, is if you guys don't prepare together. So this is a beautiful Six of Swords. Just move on. Yeah, have faith with the Fool, yes. But at the same time, make sure that you are somewhat ready for it and you have the capacity for that to happen. Okay, so let's pull the Universal Love deck and one card. Okay. The Goddess. I'm going to read from the book. That's right away. It said read from the book. Stop talking, Julie, and just read. The Goddess. Creativity, intuition, reflection. Look at the image and note what feelings emerge. The lady in the picture with the moon reflecting behind her is here to remind you of your intuitive and creative power. Power that has somewhat faded over the past months. There is much to be gained by reconnecting with your intuitive creative power, for it is the very essence of life and all creation. All it takes is for you to look inside. Pay attention to what you feel in your heart and let your inner goddess shine through you, for she holds the power of the entire universe, and as such, so do you. Okay, I love that. I really don't have anything to add. Like, let your goddess shine through so your partner can see it, so that you guys can move forward in your inner goddesses. Woo! Love it. This has been the ongoing theme for April for most of the signs, is a feeling of betrayal, but getting through it and realizing that it needed to happen to open up doors for other things. Yours is a little bit more, I don't want to say severe, but in your face, all right? With the unconscious reverse for you, sometimes it means that it's just like you're not ready to delve into the depths of yourself. But for you in this reading, it's time for you to stand and walk in your light and walk in your knowledge of self. And that no longer can you use that mask of lack, of desperation, of feeling left out as a tool of yours. That you no longer have that with you. You are not desolate. You are not alone. You are abundant. And even though you don't feel that way and you haven't necessarily been carrying yourself that way, and maybe in the past, victories haven't come easily for you, Capricorn. Because of all of those trials, because of everything that has happened, those battles you have already had, you have been cultivating a huge bag of tools and utilities to make things happen. Now, with the Three of Swords happening here, it is a betrayal. It is something that will hurt your heart. And that's okay. That's part of life, Capricorn. I'm sorry. And yes, mourn it. Mourn the loss of that. Mourn the loss of something that's happening. But don't let it become your life. There is so much to look forward to. In fact, like I said, this is an ongoing theme in April. This has happened with other signs too. Is that this pain that has happened, this betrayal that you get, and it could be really small, but it could be large too. This betrayal you get is setting you up for success in the future. Because this situation, this person was weighing you down. And so now you can see, after you let go of all of those, let go of the Three of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Five of Cups in reverse, you let that go and you can celebrate your life and you can will in the people that you need and the love that you deserve. And it's going to take time. That's what the universe is saying here, is like, you still have work to do to get here, to get to the space you want. But you have to continue, because the universe is ruled by Saturn, which is your sign, Capricorn. I'm sorry, your planet, Capricorn. This is you. You are so close to you. You are so close to where you need to be. You just have a little bit more to learn. Saturn is not vicious. Saturn is actually the most loving of all the planets in my eyes, because they are willing. Saturn is willing to give tough love for you to succeed, is willing to say the hard things you don't want to hear to make sure you rise up and become what you need to be and who you need to be and what you want to be. And so with this energy here, it's like you're so close, but it's just, you have some things that you need to work on. And that's, don't we all have like a couple things that are holding us back from our true potential? But for you, Capricorn, for the space that you need to be in and where you deserve to be in, you are so close. You just have to keep trekking and let go of this betrayal. Let go of this idea that you are not abundant. Because you are. You are so much more powerful than you imagine yourself to be. And this is a month where you have to acknowledge it, so that you can carry on, push aside this person, the situation that is causing you turmoil, that is causing you sleepless nights, and is slowly taking power over your life. Take the power back. And when you do, you have reason to celebrate, and you get to move forward to your universe. Okay, so let me call on the angel cards just for some added guidance. Nope. Okay, keep shuffling. Heart chakra. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Be open. Be open to your destiny. Be open to what you deserve. You don't deserve the betrayal. You don't deserve the third party. You don't deserve somebody coming in and saying, you know what, I'm actually seeing 5 people along with you, or that work situation where they're like, well, we've actually been making a deal with someone else instead of you. You don't deserve any of that. Let it go. Be you, celebrate you, and go to your universe. Heart chakra, open your heart, seek your heart, because the answers are already there.